Hello, welcome to GMO News. Hi, I'm Devin Legaspi.
And I'm Corey Wallace.
This is our science project from Miss Laniano. We are going to talk about GMOs. What is a GMO? How do they make GMO products, and what are their purposes?
Are GMO products beneficial to humans? Do they solve a problem that we are currently facing, or are they just some kind of science experiment?
Like that. So, Corey, have you heard about the new GMO that was being sold as a pet?
Yeah, but I forgot what it's called.
It's called a glowfish. A glowfish is a genetically engineered fish with a glowing jellyfish. Like this. They come in 6 different colors, multicolored, and like 2 different brands of fish. Another example of a GMO is a bullworm.
Bullworms are genetically engineered worms to express a red fluorescent protein. Oh, Devin, did you hear about the Canadians?
No.
Yeah? Oh. They're the new economical homes for fish. Well, some fish at least. Such as the jellyfish. Oh, not the jellyfish, the clownfish. Oh. They are also poisonous to fish who are not immune to it.
Apple, please. Koi, by looking at this, what do you think it is?
It's an apple.
Now smell it.
It smells like a grape.
Now take a bite of it. What does it taste like?
Tastes like a grape.
But
it has the texture of an apple.
That is a grape bowl. Get it? It's a grape apple. It's a grape flavored apple. You might think it's a good example of a GMO product, but it's not. But you get the idea of a GMO. It looks like one thing, but it's actually another. You know you don't have to finish eating the grape bowl, right?
Well, you didn't tell me that. It's so good.
Alright, in this show we are going to get the opinions of 2 experts, 1 random person, and they'll share with us what they think GMOs are going to do to our environment.
But first, let's watch an animated movie about GMOs sponsored by naturalnews.com.
This animation was published on January 2013 and showed why GMOs are dangerous. Do I do this off?
GMO a go-go.
Hey kid, what's up? Do you hate having to eat those healthy vegetables? Is nutrition getting you down? Well, cheer up! Help's on the way. Say hello to GMO, genetically modified organisms. You can eat them all day. Not only will mealtimes be extra delicious, they'll also contain oodles and oodles of insect genes and fish genes. Just think of all that extra yummy goodness. But that's not all. We're irradiating everything you eat, so you'll never have to absorb a single nasty nutrient ever again. And don't forget about pesticides. Plenty of those. Yes, sir. Like to know more? Well, let's take a look. Corn is a staple food used in many, many ways throughout the food industry. Growing it takes time, money, and lots of pesticides to protect the crops from bugs, vermin, and fungus. Now, some people think that pesticides made by big biotechs are harmful for humans, animals, and the environment, but that's okay. We've solved that problem. Our GM scientists are putting the pesticide right inside the crops. That's right. Isn't that amazing? The food itself will kill those pesky critters stone cold dead. Now, some people are worried about the bees dying off. Busy bees pollinate billions of dollars worth of crops, vegetables, fruit, flowers, you name it. But some insects are just plain greedy. They'll eat everything in sight if you don't watch out. GMO to the rescue! Thanks to genetic engineering, the plant produces a toxin from the newly inserted bacterium gene. The toxin kills insects, but not humans. The Bacillus thuringiensis toxin destroys the insects' stomachs. Ouch. We have absolutely no testing results to prove that these are safe, but they are. Trust us. We care. And because the pesticides are already growing right inside the crop, GM plants can withstand more weed killer than the old-fashioned organic crops. No weeds, no bugs. More food, more profit. What's not to like? But that GMO goodness isn't just about corn. There's rice, soybeans, cotton, alfalfa, soybeans, papaya, soybeans, oilseed rape. Is that all? Not on your life. GM is the gift that keeps on giving. The possibilities are endless. Just imagine you're a limey Brit trying to grow strawberries in the frozen wastes of Scotland land. Well, in the future, why not insert a gene from a codfish who's built to thrive in the icy North Atlantic? Result, frost-resistant strawberries. Wow, I want it now. The effects of GMO food on humans aren't as tried and tested as we'd like, but there are much more important things that need our attention right away. The population is exploding. How will we feed everyone? We need food security, and we need it now. But just because tests on rats eating genetically modified potatoes showed them growing slower after 2 or 3 generations and developing fertility problems, and some organ development issues, some goody two-shoes scientists and whiny campaigners worry that that might happen to humans too. Well, let's wait and see.
Well, that was a great animated short. So far we talked about what GMOs are and how they're created and some examples of it.
And also how it could be dangerous to humans and other living beings. Now let's see what other people think about GMOs. First is Dr. Quayne Brown. He is a leading scientist and an expert on GMOs.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brown, and today I'm going to be telling you about GMOs. Well, in 5000 BC, we started with the domestication of animals and started to use them as a source of food. Later, as we evolved, we grew into an agricultural-based society. And now, well, back then, we started to breed plants. Now, in this new century, scientists and engineers can directly change and combine the genetic sequence of any DNA, of the DNA of any type of species, whether it's a plant or an animal. This possibility of altering plants and specific crops for food supply raises many ethical and possible safety issues which need to be explored.
Dr. Brown, how do you feel about bringing GMOs in our future diets?
Well, with increasing global population and massive third world hunger, and with an estimation about a child dying every 2 seconds because of starvation. And this does not even take into account the number of people who are mal and undernourished. There is a great promise in this use of technology to benefit not only the farmers but also societies worldwide. I study genetic engineering. The cons just not outweigh, but kind of the same. Well, we use genetically modified plants and animals as we've already been using them as in our diet to become commonplace in today's society without many people being aware of it. The lack of consumer consent in the choice to eat genetically modified foods creates an ethical issue. Well, we have the genetically modified foods at McDonald's and lots of fast food places. We use them all the time. So, well, that Kwame Brown kid was one good-looking fella. Now, let's move on to James LeBron. James is a scientist at Cal State Long Beach and tests GMOs on rats to see the effects of GMOs. So let's get to the film. So, Devin, how do you feel about genetically modified animals inside our diets today?
Well, I believe that genetically modified animals and their diets will greatly impact the world. Well, I have to disagree with bringing them here, because say for a cow, instance for a cow to be genetically engineered with a pig, and then someone eats a burger but they're allergic to pork, and they eat the burger that is half cow, half pig. Well, then they'll be allergic, and then they might have an allergic reaction. I guess I have to disagree with bringing genetic engineering or GMOs in our diets. Would be that if say for instance a genetically modified cow gets out and it makes babies with a regular cow, the baby might be, and then it gets in our diets, it could give us diseases or make the babies we future have be deformed or stuff.
Thank you for your time. Look at that homeless guy in the background.
Now that James Bond's one good-looking fella. Okay, now this is a random person that we found. We found him on the street in front of Walmart. We asked him, what does he feel about GMOs? Hi James, how do you feel about bringing GMOs in our future diets?
It's cool, man. I think it would end world hunger and stop starvation in the world.
Alright, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you, James.
Well, it seems like we have a varying amount of opinions, but if the purpose of it is to feed the ever-growing amount of people populating this planet, then it seems like a good idea.
Yes, I agree. But it has to be regulated, and producers have to abide by strict regulations to avoid accidents. I mean, we wouldn't want these things roaming around now, would we? I saw that guy in my dream last night. That's scary.
Or have these chasing you around. Not only that, but we have to have data that proves GMOs are safe for human consumptions. The problem is finding the long-term side effects, which it takes time and patience.
Yeah, we wouldn't want another disease we have no cure for.
So there you have it. GMOs, would you?
Or wouldn't you? Thank you.
Oh.
No, like this. Hello, I'm Devin Legaspi.
And I'm Corey Wallace.
This is our science project from Mrs. Laniato. We are going to talk about GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. What is a GMO? How do they make GMO products, and what is the purpose of it?
Are GMO products beneficial to humans? Does it solve a problem we are currently facing at the moment? Or is it some kind of science experiment?
Coy, have you heard about the GMO that was being sold as a pet?
Oh yeah, I forgot. What is it called?
It's called a glowfish. It's called a glowfish. What do you mean?
It's your turn.
I know, I messed up. Hello, I'm Devin Legaspi.
And I'm Corey Wallace.
And
This is our science project.
Hello, welcome to GMO News. Hi, I'm Devin Legaspi.
And I'm Corey Wallace.
This is our science project from Mrs. Laniato. We are going to talk about GMOs, or genetically modified organisms. What are GMOs? How do they make GMO products, and what are their purposes?
Are GMO products beneficial to humans? Does it solve a problem we are currently facing at the moment? Or is it some kind of science experiment?
Coy, have you heard about the new GMO that was being sold as a pet?
Yeah, but I forgot what it's called.
It's called a glowfish. The glowfish was a genetically engineered fish. It's a fish genetically engineered with a glowing jellyfish. Like this. I forgot.
Wait, scoot up.
How come?
Well, that was a good animated short. So far, we talked about what GMOs are and how they're created and some examples of it. Well, that Dr. Brown is a good-looking fella.
Now let's see what James LeBron has to say about it.
I'm supposed to introduce. Well, that James LeBron is one good-looking fella. Woo. Well, that Kwame Brown is one good-looking fella. Now,
Introduce